Hey, so I wanted to do a simple video tonight, and my plan is to brush my hair and chat with you a little bit. I have my big green paddle brush. My hair is really long these days. I actually want to cut it because I think it's too long. But I wanted to give it a good brush. I recently moved, and I didn't just move across town. I moved across the country to a new place for me. And I didn't realize how tired that would make me. The move itself was tiring. I had to pack everything myself. I had help moving it into the truck, but I did have to move some of it myself. And then I drove for, it was about 11 or 12 hours, and I did it all in one go, which was a long drive. I had both of my dogs in the back. One of them had done a long drive before, but the other had not. I wasn't sure how she'd like it, but she did pretty well. And get this hair tie out of my hair. And then I reached my new city and my new home. And then I had to move everything into the new home. And again, I had help, but then I had to unpack. And unpacking in a new place, it's not just physically demanding, it can be mentally draining too, because you're deciding where everything's gonna go. Your whole life has to be organized now. And I couldn't let myself sit down. I just had to unpack everything. And then I thought, okay, now I can rest. But even then, I felt really tired. And I was talking to one of my friends about this, about, even a week later. I still felt tired. And she said, that makes sense. And I said, why? And she said something I thought was really smart, which was, after you move to a new place, everything you do is now deliberate. It is now intentional. And so, for many of us, when we drive to work in the morning, it can be on autopilot, or the bus and fall asleep and wake up just before our stop. And when we get to work, we know everyone there, and we know, where to go, where the bathrooms are, which desk is yours, how your computer works or doesn't work. And you don't have to think about any of those things. You can log into your email without thinking about it. It's more like a reflex or an instinct. But when you move and start a new job, you're learning everything, even your own home. When you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, you have to remember, is it on the left or is it on the right? How far down the hall is it? And every decision is like that. To go grocery shopping, first you have to find a grocery store. And maybe it's a different kind than you went to before. And maybe the layout is different. And you can't find the brands you used to buy. So you have to think about even the most boring stuff that you do in your life. And it can be really tiring. And so I think it's been really tiring. I've been here for a month as of 2 days ago. So it's been a month. And I'm still just really new. I still am figuring out my routines and, which grocery store has what I need, or where should I get coffee? Am I allowed to drink my coffee on the bus? I still don't know the answer to that. So there's just a lot to think about, especially at work. And so I get home and I'm so tired. And I was listening to Whispers Read Emma yesterday, and she said something so delightful that I wanted to repeat it. It won't be perfect, but essentially she was instructing us to think positive thoughts when we're doing something that is kind of mindless. So in her example, she was putting on moisturizer, lotion, before bed. So she was getting ready for bed. And she was saying, during this time, don't think about your worries for tomorrow, your fears, your schedule. Don't think about any of that stuff. During these sort of mindless tasks, you should think about positive things. And in doing that, you'll train your subconscious to be happier and more positive. And I think that's so lovely because I don't often think about how my subconscious is affecting me, what the baseline of my subconscious is. And, I like to daydream. Most of the time I think those daydreams are positive, but I never sort of intentionally try to be positive like that. And I think it's a really nice idea. So while I'm brushing my hair, I wanted to think of some positive things about where I live, and I think you should too. So, one thing I like about my new home is that there are these beautiful, large sidewalks everywhere, and it makes it really pleasant to walk places. And I love walking, and I love being able to walk to the grocery store or to the train station or to get coffee. It's something I couldn't do at my old home, and I have more space here than I used to, so that's nice. So far in my neighborhood, there's been really good food. I live really close to a taco place. I found some Korean food. There's some Mediterranean food not too far away. I even had some Ethiopian food. So that's pretty cool. I could get those things before, but not so close. And it's always fun when a place is new. I've also been thinking about feeling sort of grateful for what I had at my old home. So, for example, I really liked that when I walked my dogs in the morning, everyone said hello and good morning. People don't do that here, which is too bad. It was warmer in my old home. And of course, I made some good friends there who I left behind, and I will always be grateful for them. Of course, I said I'd like a haircut, but I don't know where to get one at my new home, so it might be a while. But if anything I said here resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. And if if you're grateful for where you live, I'd like to hear that too. And if you brush your hair tonight, or wash your face, or moisturize, or shower, do all these little tasks we do to keep our body happy and healthy. Brush your teeth, floss. Try to keep your thoughts positive and grateful, and hopefully your subconscious will